You might think the biggest threat to ancient humans was being eaten by a lion, but the truth is far more terrifying. The deadliest enemies weren't the ones with sharp teeth or massive claws. They were the ones no one could see. A tiny parasite hiding in dirty water, a harmless-looking berry growing beside a river, a snake resting beneath a pile of leaves, or simply an empty stomach after weeks without food. These invisible dangers killed far more people than most predators ever did, and unlike a charging mammoth, you couldn't outrun them.
Ancient humans feared predators, but disease was the enemy they never saw coming. Thousands of years ago, nobody understood bacteria or viruses. People didn't know why someone who looked perfectly healthy yesterday suddenly became too weak to walk today. A simple cut while making a stone tool could become infected. A contaminated stream could poison an entire family. Living near animal waste increased the spread of deadly illnesses. Without medicine, without antibiotics, without hospitals, even the smallest infection could become a death sentence. For every hunter killed by a lion, many more likely died from illnesses nobody could explain. It wasn't strength that determined survival. Sometimes it was simply luck. If disease wasn't bad enough, ancient humans fought another enemy every single day. Parasites. Tiny organisms invisible to the naked eye. They entered the body through dirty water, undercooked meat, or insects. Some lived in the stomach. Others burrowed beneath the skin. Some slowly stole nutrients until their victims became too weak to hunt. Children were especially vulnerable. Many never reached adulthood because parasites quietly drained their bodies over months or even years. The frightening part? Ancient humans often had no idea these creatures even existed. They only saw the consequences. Weight loss, constant exhaustion, severe stomach pain. Eventually, death. Not every plant was food. Some were perfectly designed to kill. Imagine walking through a forest after days without eating. You finally spot colorful berries. They look delicious, but one bite could stop your heart. Many poisonous plants resemble edible ones. Some attack the nervous system. Others slowly destroy the liver. Some don't kill immediately. Instead, they make you violently sick, weak, unable to move, an easy target for predators. Early humans couldn't search the internet to identify dangerous plants. Every meal was a gamble. Knowledge became survival. Families carefully remembered which fruits could be eaten, which roots needed cooking, and which plants should never be touched. That knowledge was passed from generation to generation. One mistake could erase an entire family line. The ground itself could become a trap. Long before humans feared traffic, they feared every step. Venomous snakes hid beneath rocks. Scorpions buried themselves in sand. Spiders waited inside caves. Some bites caused unbearable pain. Others slowly shut down the body. Without antivenom, even a small snake could defeat the strongest hunter. Imagine traveling for hours across open grassland. You step on a snake you never saw. Within minutes, your leg begins swelling. Walking becomes impossible. Your group must either carry you or leave you behind. Nature never needed giant monsters to kill. Sometimes a creature smaller than your hand was enough. But perhaps the greatest enemy of all wasn't an animal. It was hunger. Modern humans rarely think about where their next meal will come from. Ancient humans thought about it every single day. A failed hunt didn't just mean disappointment. It meant another day without food. Then another and another. Animals migrated, seasons changed, rivers dried up. Fruit disappeared. Some winters lasted months. Entire communities survived on roots, tree bark, tiny animals, anything that contained calories. Parents often ate less so their children could survive. Every successful hunt became a celebration. Not because it meant luxury, because it meant life. So how did humans survive enemies they couldn't even see? They became Earth's greatest observers. Someone noticed certain berries always made people sick. Those berries were avoided forever. Someone discovered boiling water reduced illness. That practice spread. Hunters learned which snakes lived near certain rocks. Children were warned never to reach into dark holes. People realized cooking meat made it safer to eat.
herbal remedies were tested.
Some failed reasonably well. Generation after generation, knowledge accumulated. No single person understood everything, but together, humanity slowly built one of the greatest survival guides ever created. Not in books, not in schools, but through stories, observation, and experience.
Most animals rely on instinct. Humans relied on learning. A wolf doesn't teach the next generation how to recognize poisonous berries. Humans did. A lion doesn't pass down hundreds of years of medical knowledge. Humans did. Every mistake became a lesson. Every survivor became a teacher. Every generation started where the previous one finished. That ability to learn, remember, and share information became humanity's greatest evolutionary advantage. Not sharper teeth, not stronger muscles. Knowledge.
The greatest threats to ancient humans weren't always the ones they could fight. Disease, parasites, poisonous plants, venomous animals, and the constant threat of starvation silently claimed countless lives. Yet humans refused to disappear. They observed, they experimented, they adapted. Every poisonous berry identified, every safe water source discovered, every healing plant remembered brought our ancestors one closer to survival. In the end, humanity didn't conquer nature by becoming stronger. We conquered it by becoming smarter. And that may be the greatest survival story ever told.